going to do another segment that we started last week, and I thought it was kind of fun. It's called Shelf of Shame. I have a bunch of games on a shelf over there off to the side that I am excited to play but haven't gotten to play yet. And so Devin, without me knowing, just chooses a game off of that shelf and then hides it over here and then pulls it up. And then I tell him a little bit about it, why I got it, and
shall I do it
haven't
now?
played it yet. And yeah, why don't you go ahead and reveal which one you picked?
Ta-da! This is called Overboss, a boss monster adventure.
Awesome. Yeah, I think this one looks cool. The reason I got it, I think, is twofold. It's supposed to be a fun drafting game. But I think another reason I was interested in it is this Overboss or Boss Monster series is like a smaller card game, I think, where you create like your own dungeon, I think, that like a hero is trying to go through, and you're trying to make sure you don't let them go through, and it has like Super Nintendo kind of pixelated graphics, like trying to emulate that art style at least. This one kind of retains that art style, but is a bigger box, bigger game, and I think like a more family weight game than Boss Monster, and you can play with up to 5 players. And kind of the crux here is, again, you're making like a dungeon. And let me see, let's open her up and we'll show some pieces. That'd be kind of fun. Has a cool tray, holds all the tiles. So it's kind of a tile drafting and tile laying game. And every player has like a player card. You got King Croak here is one. You can
Is each player a boss?
Yeah. Yep. Everyone plays as like a different boss character.
Ooh, the art is fun.
Belladonna, Killa.
Killa.
Should have done Killa Kong, but they were probably afraid of getting sued.
The
Zyzax. Cerebellus. Cleopatra. Kazana. Porcus. Explodo.
There's no way.
Kyrax. And back to King Croak. And they give you like some special ability or something. But the main crux of the game is everyone has a player like board, and you'll have 12 locations that you will be putting these tiles on. Again, kind of making like a grid to make like the best and most safe from the good guys dungeon. And so it's a pretty simple tile laying game where you're laying these tiles down, and they have different ways that they score. I think this green forest one scores like 1, 3, 6, 10, or 15 points based on how big the grouping of green ones you have is. Other ones score in different ways. You only use a certain number of the different terrain types each game. So there's a bit of variability in that. Some will be used, some won't be used, which is kind of cool. And I think the unique thing about this game is that you actually draft 2 things at a time, whereas in most games like King Domino, there's the dominoes out there and you choose one and then you put it on your little like player area. In this one, you're drafting a combination. There's like the terrain and then a smaller piece on top of it, a smaller tile that is like some kind of character as well. So you got dragons, and that's like a crystal portal or something, a fountain, and like a fairy. And those also score in different ways. So I think the unique thing here is that your score, when you take your piece for the turn, you're taking a combination of 2 things. And so that makes the variability even higher when you play the game, because you're only using a certain number of the terrain types, but then the combination of how they come out of the bag. I don't even know if there is a bag actually, but I feel like there was a bag underneath these pieces. Pull those player boards out of there, Devin, and let's take a peek. They're back. Oh, look at me.
There's an Overboss bag
There's
and scoreboard.
score pad. Yeah,
I like the score pad.
this has a nice game tray in there. Yeah.
It really is.
So yeah, you're like pulling those out, and the combination of the smaller tile that goes on top of the bigger tile is pretty unique as well. I think the reason I haven't played it yet is it sits in kind of a weird spot where if I'm going to introduce like a board game to people that haven't played one very well, I'd probably start with something like King Domino. Whoops. I've even played King Domino with our uncle, and like that went over really well. This one is like one step more complicated, but it's not quite complicated enough that if I'm gonna play like a game with a group of people that want to play like a complex game, it's not like quite that complex. So it sits kind of in the middle. Like somebody that is like slightly familiar with games, but we still want it to stay under 40 minutes. I think it says 20 to 30 minutes on the box. So I think that's probably the reason. My neighbor has this game next door and he loves it. So I've only heard good things. It's supposed to be great. I just haven't gotten it to the table yet for one of those reasons, I think. But let's just to end this Shelf of Shame segment here, which of these tile segments do you like the art of the best? We got the dungeon in the top left. Can you see those, or they're glare? Mm-hmm. The forest is green, the graveyards, camps, caves, swamp, desert, cloud islands, summoning circles, volcanoes, and the castles.
The castle's aesthetic is very good.
It is a good one.
It's nice colors, and for some reason I'm kind of drawn to the summoning circles as well. I don't know why.
To be honest, I like just about all of them.
Yeah, the graveyards.
The forest looks like Zelda.
Yeah, true.
Same with the desert. Cloud Islands kind of looks like the Cloud World on Mario 3. I always like a good volcano.
Love a good volcano.
The graveyard one just kind of gives me Castlevania vibes. I just played Mina the Hollower, and so it kind of looks like that, to be honest. I don't know. I just love the pixel art. The fact that they committed to it. So cool. So, anyways, good choice, Devin. What caught your eye about this one on the shelf? Was it just the big letters?
Streaming so many video games, I see the word boss, and I'm like, oh shoot, who's ready to get clapped?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That makes sense. Forgot this cover on the tray there. Let's put that on. Yeah, that is Overboss. I'm excited to play it. Maybe we'll have to play it soon. It is cool that it plays 5 players as well. That is sometimes a tricky number. But that's Overboss on my Shelf of Shame at the moment. But I think it will be a good time once I do get it played.